been hearing these calls for a provincial sick day program for months already from a number of different sources. Why did it take so long, and why this decision for 3 days when other professionals were saying that really, given that this is COVID-19 and the isolation period that's required, why 3 days and not more?
Well, look, we're leading Canada when it comes to protecting workers. We're bringing in protections for 3 paid sick days. The federal program runs for 4 weeks. We're there for workers through this entire pandemic. Let me go back to the very beginning, back last March, when we took action to bring in job-protected leave. We were the first province in the entire country to bring in job-protected leave for any worker who needs to stay home. If they're in self-isolation, if they're in quarantine, if you're a mom or a dad who has to stay home to look after a son or a daughter because of the disruption in the education system, you can't be fired for that. If you need to, just look after loved ones, your job is protected. Furthermore, our job protected leave also ensure that people that get vaccinated can't be fired for that either. Then in the summer last year, we partnered with the Prime Minister to deliver $1.1 billion worth of paid sick days for workers here in Ontario and across Canada. Since that time, we knew there were issues with that federal program. That's why I work closely with Minister Qualtrough. Her department federally administers their recovery sickness benefit program. And we worked with them to ensure that they expanded that program from 2 weeks to 4 weeks of paid sick days off to ensure that checks were delivered in workers' bank accounts between 3 and 5 days. And that's where we're at today. And to also ensure that workers could apply more than once to that federal program. So we were, working with them all the way along. And as the Minister of Finance alluded to, we were disappointed with the federal budget. We thought that they were going to come through, but clearly they didn't. We're stepping up today with a generous paid sick day program for workers in Ontario to ensure that we get through COVID-19 and workers stay home when they're sick.
Next question.
Next question from Jack Howan at Queen's Park Briefing. Please go ahead.
Hi there, Minister. I was wondering, why is this temporary? Why does it expire in September? Will workers not still potentially need to stay home once the pandemic is over?
Look, I'm really excited about this program. This is going to get us through COVID-19 to ensure that we defeat this deadly virus as quickly as possible. I want to mention that this is retroactive. The 3 days that we're introducing very soon will be retroactive until April the 19th and will continue until September the 25th, which aligns with the federal government's sickness recovery benefit. But the goal of this, we made it very flexible, very generous, very open. The goal is to get Ontario and our families through COVID-19.
And I was wondering, did you consult with the science table specifically about this plan, and did they sign off on it?
We certainly had lots of advice from the medical community. This is something that we've heard loud and clear. Again, we were really disappointed in that federal budget. We know in their federal program, for example, according to the budget, there's about $700 million left in that bank account. They should have moved and moved in their budget to improve that program. But we're here for the workers in Ontario. We're going to get through this. And we want every worker out there, if they're unwell, feeling unwell, caring for a loved one, stay home and save lives.